In 1851, in London, Adolf Anderssen played a chess game so spectacular that it earned a name no other game has matched since. They call it the Immortal Game. His opponent was Lionel Kieseritzky, a strong master in his own right. But on this day, he was about to be destroyed by one of the most reckless, brilliant attacks in chess history. Anderssen sacrificed a bishop, then a rook, then the other rook, then his queen, and still won. Let me show you how. The game opens with e4, e5, then f4, the king's gambit. This is the most aggressive opening in chess. White throws a pawn at black and says, "Take it, I dare you." Black takes with e, takes f4. Anderssen plays bishop c4, targeting the f7 square immediately. Kieseritzky responds with queen h4 check. Bold. The queen is out early, harassing the king. King f1. Anderssen gives up castling rights on move 4. He doesn't care. He wants to attack. The next few moves are a knife fight. Knights dance, the queen bounces around, pawns clash in the center. Kieseritzky thinks he's winning material. But Anderssen is setting a trap that goes 15 moves deep. Move 11. Rook g1. Anderssen ignores the threat to his bishop on b5. Just ignores it. Kieseritzky takes the bishop. Free piece, right? Wrong. Anderssen plays h4, then h5, driving the black queen around the board. Every move looks like a mistake. Every move is actually part of the plan. Move 14. Queen f3. Anderssen has sacrificed a bishop and seemingly wasted tempo. But look at the board. His pieces are pointing at black's king, like arrows. Now the fireworks begin. Move 18. Bishop d6. Anderssen puts his bishop where it can be taken, blocking the position. Kieseritzky captures the rook on g1. That's a whole rook for free. Anderssen doesn't blink. He plays e5, opening lines toward the king. Kieseritzky takes the other rook. Queen takes a 1 check. He's up 2 rooks and a bishop, and he's completely lost. Move 20. King e2. Anderssen calmly steps his king up. Then knight takes g7 check. The king is exposed. Move 22. Queen f6 check. Knight takes f6. And now the move that made this game immortal. Bishop e7. Checkmate. Look at this position. Anderssen is missing both rooks and his queen. He has a bishop and a knight. And it's checkmate. This is why they call it the Immortal Game. Anderssen proved that in chess, activity and attack are worth more than any amount of material. He threw everything away and still won because every sacrifice opened another line, created another threat, tightened the noose. 3 lessons from this game. 1. Material is not everything. Anderssen won while down a queen and 2 rooks. The value of a piece depends on what it's doing, not what it's worth on paper. 2. Initiative wins games. From the first move, Anderssen was attacking. Kieseritzky was always reacting, always 1 step behind. That's how you lose, even when you're up material. 3. Sacrifice with purpose. Every piece Anderssen gave up opened a line or forced the king into danger. Sacrifices aren't about being flashy, they're about being precise. This game was played 175 years ago. It's still the most famous chess game ever played, and it always will be. Next time, we're breaking down Bobby Fischer's game of the century. He was 13 years old. Subscribe so you don't miss it.